Hello, I'm Rabbi Elton from the Great Synagogue in Sydney, and this is my pre-Shabbat sermon for Parashat Emor. I hope everyone is well and keeping happy and cheerful, even in these difficult times. You may have heard the story that was reported this week of a young boy in America, aged just 5 years old, who asked his mother for a Lamborghini, and she said no, and then she and her husband were both out. He was being looked after by his 16-year-old older sister, so he took the keys to their SUV, he got in and he drove with $3 in his pocket to go and find a Lamborghini in Utah to buy. The police saw this SUV driving down the freeway, driving a little erratically. They thought the owner or the driver was under the influence. They flagged it down and they found within it a 5-year-old boy at the steering wheel. He was terrified out of his wits. He was taken home and he is now sure he won't do it again until he's fully qualified to drive. But that boy had an aim, a destination, and he set off with great enthusiasm, great drive and initiative, but a very short time into his journey he clearly had second thoughts and was, I'm sure, hugely relieved when the police stopped him safely, thank God, and took him home. We are also on an important journey at this time of year, the journey from Pesach to Shavuot, from the festival of liberation from Egypt to the celebration of the receiving of the Torah, the moment of revelation at Mount Sinai. And this week, this Shabbat, is particularly relevant to think about that journey because the commandment to bring and to count the Omer, the offering of barley that was made on Pesach and which kick-started the count of 49 days until Shavuot, that is a mitzvah, that is a commandment which is contained in this week's parasha, in Parashat Emor. So how do we make sure that we are not like that 5-year-old boy who starts out on an exciting journey only to find very soon that he's regretting ever beginning? Just like our ancestors left Egypt and journeyed in the desert for 40 years, how do we make sure that we don't lose heart or lose confidence or realize we've taken on more than we're capable of delivering as we go through our important journey? Well, that I think is the purpose of the Omer count, which is recounted in this week's parasha. We take each day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and we count it. In other words, we don't try and do too much too fast. We take every day as it comes and we apply effort and energy on each and every day of the Omer, so that we make sure that by the time we get to Shavuot, by the time we get to that recreation and celebration of the giving of the Torah, we have reached our destination in a good shape and in decent condition, having taken it one step at a time, having not bitten off more than we can chew. And that's true of absolutely every major effort and attempt that we might make in life. It's impossible to achieve a huge amount in a short time, and even the thought of so doing can lead us to lose heart and to lose our nerve. But if we break it down into manageable chunks, into easily digestible and achievable portions, then we stand the opportunity of achieving much more. And of course, unlike that 5-year-old boy who was alone in the car, we are not alone. We have the help of the Almighty, and we have the help of each other and our community, which I think has come together so impressively and beautifully, even though we can only connect remotely and not in person, at least for the time being. So I wish everyone a very successful journey through these days and weeks until Shavuot, and a successful journey through their own challenges which we're all facing under COVID. And please God, we will be together very soon, and I hope in particular for Shavuot under government guidance and with proper precautions and procedures in place. I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom and God bless.